Destiny Ridge. All right, viewers. Oh, let me get up on this horse. All right, come on up. Good boy. We've been away a couple of days. He nearly dragged me outside by the cuff of me pants. He needed a ride. So, what we're going to do, I was going to do the big block just to see what's around. I haven't seen the snake since. But every time I come out I look down just to make sure I'm not going to get a bite. Look around, make sure it's not standing up trying to strike me in the hand or, you know, the top of the leg. Because it was about 5 foot long, so it can stand up a fair way. 3 foot, 4 foot. I don't know if it can do 4 foot, but I'm not an expert of the snake variety. Oh, look at him. I'm a bit rough today, big fella. But it's been a while since you've been on, like 2 days. Anyway, when I said we're going, he goes, oh, he nearly cried, just with joy. Didn't you, big fella? Hey? Anyway, so I thought we'll do the lap. Tomorrow, or Saturday, we pick up the trail cams. But I thought I'd have a bit of a look around and see what tracks are around. Not too many up this way, and it might be because it's pretty dry, and what I'll do is I'll keep facing it out to the front. It's pretty dry, and I suppose the animals get closer to the dam. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure that's what happens, but anyway, if we see a wallaby or a snake or a lizard or something, well, we'll see it together, won't we? Anyway, so I stopped in at the fencing place on the way home and picked up 200 posts, 200 steel posts, and brought them home. I've got to unload them yet. And I picked up some wire, some plain wire to make the little ties that go around the barbed wire when I put this back on, because I pulled out all the old rotten, rusted ones. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the emu. Haven't seen any footprints of the emu. As I said, it's a bit dry, so there's not many. There is marks, and they're like, you can see where wallabies have jumped across, but not like they were, say, back in May or April, you know, when there was a bit of rain around. Turkey or bustard, Australian bustard. I haven't seen it since, but I'll check the trail cam and see if it's over there. They do blend in a bit with the bush, Australian bush, so they could be anywhere. They could be just over here, for God's sake. Who knows? Very hard to see. Masters of the camouflage. So, alright, we must have got some wind last night too, because my bathroom door was leaning up against some box Who would know? Anyway, I'm hoping the ducks come back to the dam and settle. If they do breed, I don't know where they would breed. I'll have to look up those ducks and see what they do. I know that some of those types of ducks breed on top of things or in trees, hollows in trees, and the chicks jump out of the trees. Oh, there's a big snake track. Oh, is it? Look at that, I can't, oh yes I can. You can see the feet, see the feet? Can you see the feet there? I can't zoom with this thing. It's the dumbest camera ever. So there, that's a goanna. So you got a set of feet here, and you got a set of feet prints here. So yeah, that's a big goanna that's over there somewhere wandering around, making a nuisance of itself, as they do, eating birds' eggs, eating small lizards, insects, dead animals. So they do some good. They clean up the dead animals. Although I think I have enough dingoes and wild cats and to take care of anything that dies on this place. I think that's why I haven't seen too many dingoes, is because of those dead wild pigs down the front of my place. And most of the dingoes are down there. So we've got heaps of wallaby tracks. Tomorrow I'm back in Vader, and we're gonna finish clearing that line. Then I'm going to put the barbed wire back onto that line, and I'm going to get some barbed wire from the fencing shop next week and finish off that ½ kilometre. Then I'm going to start pushing through to the other side. Got lots of trees that have to come down. I've got to push a big trail through to get it onto the line of the boundary. Cool. That'll be good. That'll work out. Did you see one, mate? You're a bit agitated. Maybe you haven't seen anything. Well, we're going to stop up here so you can do a wee and a poo and stir up the dingoes like you always do. No wallabies running across there today. So fast. Oh, I wonder that the camera picks them up. They're like little bullets. So quick. Alrighty. Wee-yo. Wee-yo. I'm going to put it in the shade, mate. I'm not leaving. There we go. Quiet. The float inside the fuel tank, making the most noise. It's a bit breezy. Definitely going to have to make a wind turbine, I think, people. I'm going to make one out of a 44 gallon drum, and I'm going to cut it in lengthways through the middle. Then I'll bolt it to some, I got some bearings the other day. I'll order in a shaft for it. I'll get some 8 by 100. 6 is probably too thin. 8 by 100 flat bar. I'll get some of that. We're going to put it through. Then I have to. I'm wondering how I could. You know, what I need is a very large. Well, not very large. Maybe a 20-inch or 18-inch pulley for a fan belt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put off to the side, I'm going to have a alternator that can do 50 amps or 60 amps, something like that. And I want to be able to spin it when there's hardly any breeze. I mean, if it's like this, it'll spin really quickly. So what I want to get is a steel push bike rim, and maybe have that as the pulley. So it comes down the shaft from the drum spinning, down the shaft, round the pulley, which is going to be maybe a push bike rim, over to an alternator out of a cup. And I want one that's got a built-in regulator on the back that works. And then I want to pipe that straight to the batteries, so that at night, or like now, so it's a bit shady. Now I know that my battery bank is full at 13.2 volts. Full is 12.76 or something or other, but it's got 13.2 in it at the minute, so it's overcharged with the solar, and that'll do heaps for tonight. Tomorrow it'll recharge again. But sometimes when it's raining and all that sort of stuff, I need this wind generator to charge the batteries at night or when it's raining, because solar panels are useless. Then I'll only need to worry about times when it's still, very rainy, cloudy, and the solar's not working. Did you? Hey, looks like you had a good time. Well, come on, up you get. He went all around the joint, didn't you, mate? Hey? So, you back up? Are you right now? Alright, so we're going to cross to the western side of the block, and we'll have a look over there. Look at all the ant lions, they're called. Ant lions. They make a cone-shaped hole, so when an ant walks along, and look, if you look really closely, you'll see them emptying out their hole, getting dust out of their holes. See them? If you look really close, now I don't know if this is going to be close enough, but you can see the ant lions. Oh, maybe they had to do that because of the vibration of the bike. So I'll have a look at that. Yeah, look. See, they're getting rid of it. So what happens is, ant comes along, gets on that side, slippery side, falls down the bottom, and the ant lion chomps it up and eats it. There's a famous thing in Star Wars very close to that with Jabba the Hutt, and a few people end up in the huge ant lion trap, and yeah, don't make it back out. like butterflies, mate? Do you like them? You do? Oh, that's good. Didn't say anything. Didn't say a word. He likes to leave me hanging. Don't you, Sonny? Hey? Unless you see me getting my shoes on, then it's like, oh my God, we're going somewhere. Well, I'm going to do it every morning now because I don't want to wear thongs. Thongs are horrible. Or you call them flip-flops. We call them thongs. And they're not very good when there's a snake around. You're better off having shoes on, so you don't get bitten on the side of the foot. Oh. He is so looking forward. He wants to go chasing a wallaby. I'm trying to get him out of the habit, but I don't know how. He loves it too much. Fast, so I'll slow down. Anyway, we're going up to the back gate. As I said, I got those star pickers today. I've got to measure 40 metres from that fence. Well, there's a fence just over there. There's a post over to here. And I don't think there's going to be, in some places I think the fence is going to go down where this road is, or the fence is going to be very close to the road, maybe next to it. The actual road should be dead straight, not curved like this. All I did was just follow the road that was there and pulled all the trees off of it and threw it off to the side. You couldn't walk down through here. Trees were lying around on the ground everywhere. Oh. No, you don't want to chase the lizard. There was a little bearded dragon on the ground. No, I know you like lizards, but you don't like that one. It'll bite your nose. I remember in grade 7 when I was 12, a friend of mine picked up a large, probably 12 inches long, bearded dragon on a stick. Because what you do is you put a stick underneath them, they hang onto the stick, and they you can pick them up, you can hang onto them by the tail and they'll stay on the stick. Anyway, another friend of mine came up and said, oh look, I'm going to pat it, and went to pat it on the head, and it opened its mouth and chomped it off, chomped on his finger. Oh, it was funny. Well, there was a little bit of blood and he cried and he went home, because don't forget we're under 12. But yeah. Oh, funny. I've picked them up heaps of times. I love them. They feel really funny. They've got a very leathery, rough skin. And when you pick them up, they puff themselves right up. Puff themselves right up. Another friend of mine, she had one as a pet when I was young. And it used to crawl up onto her shoulder or hang off of her jacket and sit there all day. Like, whenever she went out or whatever, would go with her. Yeah, so I don't know whatever happened to her and whatever happened to the lizard. I could not tell you. Couldn't tell you. that white post? That is the boundary. And see that tree there? Perfect shape for fence post. Well, it's a little bit thin up the top, but down the bottom would be a good size for a fence post. Shall we have a look up in there? Never been in there. Never. I will get in there one day. It's pretty thick for about, oh, going by Google Earth, it's thick for about 100 metres or 100 yards, to the point where you'd have to chop your way through. And then I think it opens up, but I'm not sure. I need to bring my drone out here and have a look. Emu poo? We have emu poo. Aren't we, big fella? And the chicks are about 12 inches high now. Very vulnerable. They don't run as fast as Dad does. But, yeah. So whenever you go away, whenever I go away, I come back. And I know that we've had a lot of wind. I want to make sure that there's no trees that are down. Now I know that there's no trees between the front gate and the first dam because I just finished driving up there to go home. But I don't come out here. Yes. What are you doing? Did you get hit in the head by a butterfly or something? Did you? Hey? What happened? Anyway, something. Here's where that lizard was. Just here somewhere. I didn't want him to jump off and chase it. It'll be over there somewhere, I'd say, up a tree. It'll be very hard to find now. Especially with all of the down trees over there. But it was here somewhere between here and that big bump back there. Now they're camouflage kings, those lizards. They look just like the bark on the tree. So when you look at the tree, it just looks like it's got a bit of a gnarly bit of bark. Well, the gnarly little bit of bark is a lizard. So, in some cases. So many things, big fella. We got to do so many things. We're going to build a chicken coop. We're going to put in that. First of all, we're going to do that fence line. We got to do that. Got to do the fence line. And then we've got to, after the fence line, then I've got to, I'm going to do either I've got to do the raised garden beds or I've got to do the chook pen. Chook pen will give me eggs after a few months. once the chickens settle down. But raised garden beds will give me vegetables after 6 or 8 weeks or whatever it is, you know, depending on the vegetable. So I planted some onions and I planted a couple of potatoes, and when I get home after this I've got to go and water them, and we'll see if they're doing any good since being transplanted from the bowl of water or out of the bag of potatoes. Oh dear. I'm not very professional. I'll starve to death, I reckon. However, after I starve to death, the next people who come along might be able to work it out. Especially if there's a zombie apocalypse. Hey mate. Hey mate. Yeah, so other than that, oh look at him. Stick got thrown up. I always come down roads like this that intersect that I can't see around properly, with a bit of caution in case Daddy emu's around with the chicks. I don't want to scare him off. I'm going to tell you, this little forest here is just full of kookaburras. Well, 2 sets I think, which is pretty rare because kookaburras have a fairly big, they're very territorial. But I've seen 2 sets in this one. Footprints anywhere, so I can work out which way he went. Good chance he went next door. They've got very long legs and can jump over fences, or they jump through fences. As the neighbour says, they're fence breakers. He doesn't like them. And that's okay too. He doesn't hurt them, doesn't shoot them, doesn't do anything. He just doesn't like fixing the fences all the time. I went for a walk down there the other day to take some photos of birds, little wrens I'd seen down there. And I heard a fox talking. So, I don't know, maybe that's where the fox lives. Down there. These little wrens get in between all of these little sticks and down trees and the fir trees and stuff, looking for insects. Nicely washed by the rain the other day. Lucky that. I'm glad it rained. Alrighty. Righto, jump off. Watch out for snakes. That's the fuel thing. the fuel gauge broke and came out. So I'll push it back in. It's just about out of fuel. Anyway, I can put more in. All right. Love your work, people. Stay subscribed. Stay safe. Stay handsome. Stay beautiful. All the other stuff. Because you're you. And only you can change you. Don't let other people try and change you. Love yous. Bye. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Ring the little bell for notifications. See you next time.